Hi, I'm Scott May from Hammond, and we're here at Full Compass today to show you the brand new Leslie pedal that we make in here. We bring 75 years of making Leslie speakers, the know-how from that into making this the great product that it is. And it's very exciting because we've never had a digital Leslie pedal before that has all the characteristics of a Leslie speaker and all the adjustments of a Leslie speaker. Can be used for keyboards, can be used for guitar, anything with a 1/4-inch input you can put into it. Vocals, you can put it in your studio if you want, and you don't have a big box with a bunch of mics, and it really solves a lot of problems. So I'm going to play a little guitar with it right now and show you some of the great things it does. We've got 4 models built in here. We've got a 122A, the 147A, the 18V. Now the 18V, that's a vintage Leslie that was out in the 60s, and it was also called the Vibratone. Big Texas blues guy, you know, Stevie Ray played his Vibratone, and so we have that model in here. And last but not least, we have a model of the original Hammond tone cabinet, the PR40, which is a non-rotary speaker, but it's got a very distinct sound, and it was a secret weapon for guitarists in the 50s and 60s. They plugged the guitars through it and got a very unique sound. So I'm going to play a little bit on the 122 model and let you hear it. I'm in slow mode right now. Now it takes a mono in and it gives you stereo out, and we're running stereo out in a couple amps here, so you can get the full Leslie effect. And here's slow. You can get that wonderful Doppler effect. And when I hit it up to fast speed, and back down to slow. You can also break the virtual rotors, which means you're going through the Leslie effect, but there's no spinning going on. Turn off the brake and go into slow mode. There's 2 lights here. The amber light is for the lower rotor. The green light's for the upper rotor. So at any given time, you can see what speed you're on. And on a darkened stage, if you don't intend to go to the fast speed, you can look and see where you're at down there. Now we've got a number of different adjustments and customization parameters that you can get to. The number one is the rise and fall. Some people really like a fast rise and a fast fall. It's the Leslie effect that people like, getting faster, or getting slower. And we've got it to where it goes almost instantaneous. Very fast rise, very fast fall. And as I turn it up, I'm going to go put it about halfway now. And I'll go from complete stop, break, to slow, to fast. It takes a while before the lower rotor catches up, just like a real Leslie. And then it's got an extreme setting that goes, it takes a long time. It's like an old Leslie where the belts are really worn out. And there you go. Now we have a virtual distance, and these are where the virtual mics are placed in the virtual Leslie. So you can go from very near, which will give you a real pronounced Doppler. And as I spin the distance out, now it's about halfway out. Here it's a little smoother. If I go all the way out, it's a lot smoother. And if I go to slower speed, it's very smooth. If I bring it back back in close, it's much more pronounced. And in the stereo field, it's very cool. We've got an overdrive. Now, this isn't overdrive like on a guitar amp. This is overdrive as it would be in a tube Leslie speaker. It's a very unique kind of overdrive. And like I say, it's not a guitar overdrive. It's not the kind of overdrive you'd find on an amp, on a guitar amp, or on like a distortion pedal or a fuzz pedal. This is overdrive as it is on a Leslie amp. So I'm going to crank that a bit now. And of course, the more input signal, the more gain you put into it, the more that overdrive is going to clip out. It's nice and smooth. We have mix control, which is the mix between the upper rotor and the lower rotor. I've got it pretty much half and half, but if you want to get something a little more mellow, you can bias it towards the lower bass rotor. Here it is back at halfway. Now I'm going to turn it the other way so it's favoring the horn rotor. So you have a number of different adjustments here, so you can make it sound like the Leslie you want. Here's the 122. Like I said, here's the 147. It's got a little more zats to it, a little more high end. And if I go to the 18V, now the original 18V, it didn't have a horn. All it had was a drum, a 12-inch speaker going into a drum. So you've only got one rotor, and it's a little bit different. And last but not least, that PR40 tone cabinet, which is a distinctive sound. It's a great unit, and true bypass built into it. When you hit that bypass, it not going to be any loss of signal. It's got a stereo in and a mono in. So if you put a mono signal into it, it will break that sound up into stereo. So if you got a guitar in, you don't have to worry about a stereo input for your guitar. But if you have a stereo keyboard, you can put a stereo adapter in there, left and right, so that you don't miss any of your sounds for that. You can run it in mono too. There's a gain switch so that you can, depending if your signal's really hot, you can tailor it that way too. It's a great pedal, and it's very unique and gives you a unique sound. A lot of guitarists always want to have that Leslie sound, but it's a hard thing to get. Now here it is. It's right there. If you have any questions, go to fullcompass.com or contact your Full Compass sales engineer to get all the information about this great Leslie pedal and take your guitar for a spin. I'm Scott May for Hammond. Thanks a lot.